Morning, everyone. Uh, Thanks for making time on this Monday morning to join us for our morning breathing exercises. We did a 3-day course a couple of weeks ago, and we had demand to repeat it again. But we're not going to do it over 3 days. We're going to learn all the exercises today. So there are 6 of them that we're going to learn. Number one, why are we doing this? We never realize the power of our lungs or how necessary our lungs are until we lose them. So if you've ever seen someone suffer from lung issues, or today there are, almost like 60% of the population around the world has experienced some lung disorder like COPD, emphysema, lung cancers. Today, it has been scientifically and medically proven the benefits of morning breathing exercises. Now, if you can't do it in the morning, you can do it some other point in the day, but it is recommended that you do it in the morning. That's why it's called a morning breathing exercise. So I didn't have time to prepare you all for this, but usually you try to walk around your home for about 10 minutes before you do the morning breathing exercise so that you stimulate your blood circulation. The more blood circulation you have, the more hemoglobin and the more oxygen you can carry to trillions of cells in the human body. So basically, our lungs, the capacity of our lungs to hold oxygen and air is primary for lung health. Today, we live in a world where there is more pollution. We have more the environment around us is slowly deteriorating, and that's why we have to work harder to keep our lungs healthier. It's not uncommon today to have babies who are born in cities where there are pollution with already pre-existing lung conditions. So you can imagine, as we age and as we go through life, if we are not looking after our lungs, it's got a life. Like a muscle, it gets weaker and weaker. And then if we cannot take in the right amount of oxygen and we cannot expel the right amount of carbon dioxide, that's when we start having innumerable problems from fatigue to energy levels to like literally suffering. Because if I ask you right now to hold your breath and keep holding it for more than 2, 3, 4 minutes, you're going to know how uncomfortable it is. So imagine when your lungs cannot work the right way, the amount of discomfort it has. Now, there's good news for people who have lung disorders, like I mentioned, COPDs and all of these things, even lung cancers. There's a beautiful study showing that almost 60% to 70% of the people who have lung cancers have improved dramatically by just doing morning breathing exercises in terms of their capacity to breathe and even the reduction in the size of their tumors. Okay, am I saying that morning breathing exercises alone is going to take away your lung cancer? No. Do all your treatments, eat well, do everything else. But yes, you have an edge. You have an edge over everyone else who is not doing morning breathing exercises. Okay, so we need to understand some of the symptoms that we have of poorly functioning lungs is constant wheezing. So this is also great for people who have asthma. Then you have chest tightness, you have the shortness of breath, or the constant accumulation of mucus. You'll notice this in elderly people, but I shouldn't really see elderly people because even young people today have this constant, accumulation of mucus and phlegm in their lungs. And that's a sign telling you that your body is either too acidic and that your lungs are not strong enough to expel or break down the mucus. Then we have air which is trapped in the alveoli sacs in the lungs. So you breathe in, but you can't breathe out the air. So you kind of gasp or you hyperventilate. Okay, and then we find it difficult to relax, shortness of breath. These are all signs that your lungs are getting weaker, and there is always something that you can do about it. The first breathing exercise that we're going to get right into is called diaphragmatic breathing. And this is the most important breathing exercise you can ever do because most of us breathe the wrong way. When we take an inhale, our chest rises, okay? Our chest should rise after our diaphragm, our stomach rises. So I want you to put your hand right now on your stomach, on your abdomen, and one on your chest, and take an inhale. As you inhale, your belly should rise first, and then your chest. If you're doing that, you're breathing the right way. But if it's the opposite way, where your chest is rising and your belly is rising second or not even rising, you're not breathing the right way. Diaphragmatic breathing is the natural way the human body is supposed to breathe. Now, how can we remember this? Think of a balloon. What happens when you blow air into a balloon? It inflates. So think of diaphragmatic breathing as a balloon. When you inhale, you're putting air into a balloon, your tummy should rise. Okay, as your tummy rises, then your chest will slowly rise. Now, what happens when you let out air from a balloon? Okay, it deflates. So as we exhale, okay, the air from our chest goes down and then our belly goes down. So think of your entire stomach and your abdomen as a balloon. As you inhale, as you put oxygen in, it rises. As you exhale, the chest deflates and then the stomach deflates. This is diaphragmatic breathing. When you breathe this way, you are ensuring that oxygen reaches trillions of cells in the human body, and your diaphragm and your lungs are getting stronger and stronger. So it's called belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. And this is one of the most powerful ways to relax you. When we breathe with shortness, like through our chest, like the first way that I told you, where most people breathe the wrong way, you are actually putting your body into the sympathetic nervous system, which is stress. Your breathing becomes more shallow. Okay, but when you take long inhales and long exhales, we move to the parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest. That's the system we want to be in most of the time. When we're eating our food, when we're preparing to sleep, when we wake up in the morning, when we're doing our work, parasympathetic nervous system is where the magic happens in the body. Your body's immune system is fired up, your digestion is fired up, you're able to sleep better. In the sympathetic nervous system, it's not a bad system. It's great when we're in an area of stress. When we're dealing with stress, we want to be in the sympathetic nervous system, which is why when you're stressed, you find that your breathing is shorter. Okay, your breathing is more shallow. So diaphragmatic breathing, we're going to practice 3 counts right now. You get this video. So you can, if you're starting off with this, there are 6 exercises. I suggest that you do 4 to 6 reps every morning. Shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes, but I guarantee you, once you're done with all these 6 exercises and practice, you feel so energized. You feel so energized. Even if you planned your coffee after the morning breathing exercises, you'll delay it because you already feel so good. So number 1, diaphragmatic breathing. For all breathing exercises, you can sit in Vajrasana, you can sit in a cross-legged position, or you can sit on a chair with your back straight. Doesn't matter as long as your back is straight, okay? So put your hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. You can close your eyes or you can keep your eyes open. Now, very gently, through your nose with your mouth closed, inhale. Take a long, slow inhale at your own pace. Now, as you inhale, you want your belly to rise first. And then if you take a really deep inhale, you'll feel that your chest also rises. No need to hold. Once you finish an inhale, slowly exhale. Your chest goes down and your belly deflates. So remember the balloon as you do this. Now, if it's not happening the right way, don't get worried. With practice, you will learn how to breathe the right way, but that is the right way. If you're breathing through your chest, you're mostly in your sympathetic nervous system, and that's a bad thing for you. Okay, so let's do 2 more counts. Inhale and slowly exhale. Let's do 1 more count. As you inhale at your own pace, your belly rises, followed by your chest. Don't push it. Do it at your own comfort level. And as you exhale, your chest comes down. Then you push all the air out of your stomach and it deflates. So tomorrow or after the session, you want to practice 4 to 6 counts of this. The more you practice this, the more it becomes your natural way of breathing. Now, you don't want to have to remind yourself to breathe this way throughout the day. This is natural. When a baby is born or you look at a child, you don't have to teach them this. They're doing it naturally. You were doing it naturally when you were a kid, but you forgot how to breathe the right way because life got too fast. So the more you practice this, the more it becomes your natural way of breathing. Let's move straight into the second way of breathing. This is a very, very powerful way of breathing, especially when you want to empty out the lungs. You want to increase the capacity of your lungs. You want to make it stronger, okay? And very, very important, you want to loosen up mucus that may be caught in your lungs. This is also a powerful energizer for you because it gets in a lot of oxygen, and the distribution of oxygen to trillions of cells is way faster than other breathing exercises. For this exercise, what I want you to do is make a sound like who, H-U. Okay, but we're not going to do that, all right? We're going to open our mouth and inhale through our mouth, making the who sound. Now, it doesn't have to be audible. You don't have to hear yourself. You just got to make the action of. So the who sound, but you're inhaling through your mouth. Once you inhale, you close your mouth and you exhale through your nostrils. So it's like. So you inhale through your mouth, making the who sound, the who action. Okay, but you're inhaling through your mouth and you exhale through your nostrils. So now you want to try this right now. We want to do about 4 counts. Remember, sometimes you're tired in between the day, you're losing focus, you're feeling sleepy. This is a fab way to energize yourself. And like I said, loosen your mucus, work on the capacity of your lungs. So again, same, let's do 4 reps of this together. Okay, mouth open. Mouth closed. Keep going at your own pace while I keep talking. So you inhale through your mouth, making the who action, and you exhale very slowly through your nostril. And you keep doing this at your own pace. This is not a competition, so don't force it, okay? But a long, slow inhale through your mouth and a long, slow exhale through your nostril. Sometimes you do 10 of these reps and you just feel, I don't know what the word is to describe it, but you just feel so unbelievable, full of energy. That's how we should actually be feeling mostly through our day, because the more oxygen we take in, what happens? The more we energize trillions of cells. The less we breathe, or when our breathing becomes shallow, our cells hold on to carbon dioxide for a longer period of time, and that's what makes you feel sleepy. If you ever want to feel sleepy before going to bed, of course, if you don't have a lung issue or a pressure problem, the quickest way is take a deep breath and hold as long as you can. Saturate carbon dioxide in your cells, and then slowly exhale. Do it a couple of times, and you'll actually make yourself really, really drowsy. Anyway, so let's do 2 more reps of this who again. Now, if you have high blood pressure problems or you have any issues where breathing is really compromised for you, you want to make an informed decision and be safe with this. Don't do it or take proper advice before you do it. Let's move straight into the third exercise, which is called pursed lip breathing. This is great when you have shortness of breath. Again, when you have a lot of mucus or congestion in your chest, when you just want to relax, or when you feel you have air trapped in your lungs. How do you know if you have air trapped in your lungs? When you hyperventilate, where you inhale and you find it difficult to exhale. So you've not completely exhaled and then you take an inhale. So you're kind of gasping and hyperventilating. This makes your lungs really strong. It's really simple. This is how you do it. Now you inhale through your nostrils. And when you're exhaling, just purse your lips together. Open your mouth very small and purse your lips. Like you're going to blow out a candle. How do you blow out a candle? So you purse your lips that way. You take an inhale through your nostrils with your mouth closed, and then purse your lips and slowly exhale like you're blowing out a candle. Let's do 4 reps of this. Mouth closed, inhale through your nostril. Nice, long, slow inhale. No need to hold your breath. Purse your lips and slowly blow out. As you blow out, you can hear like a whooshing sound. That's absolutely fine. Don't forcefully exhale. Just blow slowly and gradually through your pursed lips. This is called pursed lips breathing. Let's do 2 more reps. Now do the 4th one while I talk to you. Try to lock in diaphragmatic breathing through this. So as you inhale, your belly rises. As you blow out through your pursed lips, your belly deflates. Okay, remember, that's the fundamental way of breathing. Now you're just doing it through pursed lips. Okay, let's move into the next exercise, which is nothing but simple deep breathing. As you inhale, take a deep breath. Okay, we're going to take a deep breath for 4 seconds or 3 seconds, up to you. We're going to hold for 2 seconds, and then we're going to exhale, a long, slow exhale. Your exhale is going to be longer than your inhale. So let's aim for a 3-second inhale, a 2-second hold, and maybe a 4 to 5 to 6 second exhale. Let's start that right now. 4 reps. Simple breathing, coordinated with the diaphragmatic. As you inhale, the belly rises. Let's start. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, and exhale. Slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take a pause and inhale again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do the last 2 on your own, at your own pace. If it's 3 seconds, it's 3. If it's 4, it's 4. If it's 5, it's 5. This is not a competition. As your lungs get stronger, you will find that your inhale gets longer, your hold gets longer, and your exhale gets longer. And that's when you know your lungs are getting more and more powerful and more stronger. Let's do 1 more rep on your own, at your own pace. You could keep your eyes closed. You can keep your eyes open. Remember, try to keep your back straight. Sit in any comfortable position. And now let's move into my all-time favorite, which is box breathing. This you can do before bed. You can do it in the morning. You can do it in between the day to energize yourself. Okay, box breathing is simple. Let's say we take a 3-second or a 4-second. It's up to you. So you'll do a 3-second inhale, a 3-second hold, a 3-second exhale, and between the exhale and the next inhale, you hold for 3 seconds. So you make a box. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. You can select 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. It doesn't matter. So let's start off. You've selected your seconds. Let's start off with an inhale of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. And hold. 1, 2, 3. Do the last two at your own pace. You can do 4 seconds now. You can do 5, 6, not a competition. That hold between your exhale and the beginning of your next inhale is a beautiful feeling. It also strengthens your lungs. Make sure you expel all your carbon dioxide. But as that hold gets longer and longer, slowly 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds, you know your lungs are getting super, super strong. You would have finished the 4th rep by now. Let's move into the 6th exercise. This is great when you're living in an area of pollution. You have too much of mucus in you. Even if you don't have pollution, you come back home, you spend time outside. This is a fab way to clean up your lungs, trap from any trapped particles, any trapped pollutants in your lungs or mucus, like I said. Okay, it's called a huff position. So what we do, okay, it's very simple to Kapalbhati, but here it's different. We're just doing it for 3 to 4 to 5 reps, okay? We're going to make the ha sound, like you're laughing, ha, ha, ha. But what you do is you take an inhale. So you don't take any more inhale after your first inhale. You inhale through your nose. You can do 3 reps, 4 reps, or 5 reps of the ha, ha, ha. Now, if you have high blood pressure or weak lungs, even if you just do a, it's good enough. Then take the next inhale. If your lungs are more powerful, you want to hear the ha. It's natural to cough after this or find an irritation in your throat. That's everything that's going to come out of your system. So let's do this very gently. You also energize. If you have very low blood pressure or high blood pressure, you possibly want to avoid this, or you want to do it very, very gradually. It's very powerful for you, okay, because it can make you feel dizzy. Or once you get up after you finish your breathing exercises, you may just want to sit down after this exercise, center with 3 to 4 deep breaths, and then slowly get up. This is if you have hypotension or extreme hypertension. Now let's do it together. Inhale through your nose, a nice long deep inhale, fill those lungs. Open your mouth and if you've just finished a surgery, hernia, or any surgery, you want to be very gentle because this really, really rocks your entire abdomen and your core. That's why it's super powerful for you. But like I said, you can make it very simple. Let's do 3 of them, okay? At your own pace, make an informed decision. Inhale through the nose, mouth closed. Inhale. Inhale. 3 to 6 reps is more than enough for this. You don't want to push it. It's enough. And like I said, you may cough, you may feel a little dizzy, and then you want to take some deep breaths after this, fill yourself with oxygen, and then you can slowly get up. Let's recap. Number 1, diaphragmatic breathing, also known as belly breathing. Number 2, the HU, who. Inhale through your mouth, exhale through your nostrils. Then you have the 3rd exercise, which is pursed lip breathing. Inhale through your nostril, make a pursed lip and breathe out. Number 4, deep breathing, normal. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Box breathing. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. 3 or 4 seconds. And the last one, the huff breathing. All of these 6 exercises should take you less than 15 minutes if we're doing 4 to 6 reps, sometimes even less. Okay, try to walk 10 minutes before you do your morning breathing exercises. I would love to promise you, but I can guarantee you 100%. Do this for 15 to 20 days in a row without missing it a single day. 10-minute walk, and then you do your morning breathing exercises, and I can guarantee you a lot of your lung symptoms are going to disappear. And if you don't have lung problems, your lungs are going to get stronger and stronger. Where do I want you to reach? Where do I want you to reach with this? Okay, after 15 days, you should be able to do 2 deep breaths in a minute, which means in 30 seconds, you have an inhale, a hold, and an exhale. And the next 30 seconds, you have an inhale, hold, and a second, and an exhale. Those are 2 complete breaths in 60 seconds. That means in 1 minute, you have 2 complete breaths. Is it possible? 100%. Many of you could almost do it. After that, I want 1 breath in 45 seconds. And then eventually, something which even I have not reached, 1 whole breath per minute. This is a practice where you have an inhale, a hold, and an exhale without gasping in the course of 60 seconds. That's where I want to reach to. I've reached 2 seconds in a minute effortlessly by practicing these 6 morning breathing exercises. When you can reach that 2 breaths in a minute, and you shouldn't be gasping, that's when you know your lungs are super powerful. That means with 2 deep breaths, you can oxygenate trillions of cells in the human body without effort, effortlessly. That's how we know. That's the little challenge that we have, that we know when our lungs are growing stronger and stronger. If you're COPD, emphysema, lung cancer, you don't want to take that challenge right now. You just want to do these simple 6 deep breathing exercises that I taught you. Remember, practice makes you perfect, or you just wasted all of your time. I've not wasted my time because I just did my exercise. So remember, 22 minutes, we've taken 22 minutes for today's session, but it should take you less than 10 minutes tomorrow morning when you do your 10-minute walk, followed by 10 minutes of your deep breathing exercises, your morning breathing exercises. Once you've learned this the right way, take it forward and teach other people, teach your parents, teach your siblings, teach your family, because these are things that are like gold to the human body. Your breathing, remember, you can have everything in the world, but if you don't have the health of your lungs, you don't have life. You have suffering. You have no quality of life. You need your lungs every second of the day while you're awake and while you sleep. Have a great week, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.